Good morning, Kathy.
Good morning. Good
How are you
morning.
today?
It's Wednesday.
I can't believe it's the third day already.
I'm exhausted.
You must be exhausted. This has been such an effort to get this together.
Well, let me tell you that Kristen did most of this stuff. And I was very grateful because I'm not as, I'm not as technologically aware as they are, but I have learned a whole lot of stuff.
I can imagine. You must have just learned a ton of things doing this.
Oh my gosh, it's good. It's all good. I mean, the first day on Monday, and I was talking to some people just now, and I was talking about how the problem I have is I don't use Google Drive much. My people don't do that. They don't even use the cloud, OneDrive and but so I have one group of one thing that is in Microsoft, and then we have a lot of teachers are Google people. So
Right.
it's like I'm looking for the link all over the place. I don't have everything set up where I can go boom, 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 and find it. And so in the afternoon on Monday, I felt like my head was turning around. I had to take some ibuprofen. I had such a headache. It was like, oh my gosh, it's so fast. And you panic when things are going fast and you're not quite sure where anything is.
Yeah, well, it's hard because you just, and it's hard to really find something on the fly. You have to have it open ahead of time or whatever.
Yeah, you have to have it set up. So now I have all my links set up on Google, and so I go to a place and I say, okay, I'm going to go get this, but it was like, where is it? Where is it? Anyway. So, all right, but that's okay. It's good because I'll be using Zoom for my class in the fall. So
yeah,
this is
yeah.
good.
Well, we're going right back into it. So this is a good warm up for that too, for the technology.
Well, I think I'm way ahead.
Good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Nice to see you, Trish. You're on mute.
Yeah. How are you? I finally made it to the last day. I couldn't make the other days we were away.
I was wondering where you were this week because it just doesn't seem like NEAC without.
Hi, Leslie.
Hey, good morning. I'd love to get all the, there must be a place for all the stuff, right? Is it on the NEAC site?
Yeah, you should have gotten an email with the link, but I can post it in the chat too once we get going.
It's on a Google Drive, everything that we've collected.
Good. So how's it going? I've heard good things.
It's been fantastic. I have to say, Chris Koutros has been the technology master.
Oh, he's amazing.
And everything's been set up and moving really well. And I feel like every day I've gone away feeling inspired.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous. We start next week. I'm a little nervous. So
are you going back in person?
Yeah, we're doing the hybrid model. Monday and Tuesday in school with half the kids, 650 students. And then Wednesday's remote, so that's nice. And then Thursday and Friday. I have mixed feelings about it, but I'm going to try it. Our Connecticut's very low. We're 1%. So it's just hard because I don't trust all my students to be so great at social distancing.
You're going back next week?
For the teachers, we have like 10 days because we're starting Schoology. That we used to use Google Classroom, but now they said Schoology is better for the younger students. So we have a new platform to do.
Oh, great.
Oh,
just
wonderful.
Something else to learn right at the beginning of the year, and all the students too. So look at that. Everybody's coming in. This is great. Well, I can fill you in a little bit in one sentence what we've been talking about. It's how to teach remote. We've been talking about that in so many different forms and so many different ways. So I'm sure that if you're just listening in, you'll get it. You'll get a lot of good ideas today. Yeah. Great. Welcome back, everybody. I'm glad to see you all here this morning.
Now, are you going back remotely? Sharon, do you know?
Yeah, my school announced it that we're going to be remote 4 days, and 1 day we're going to have small groups in person, which I really think that's going to be for special services, kids who have IEPs and 504s. And I'm so relieved because
Yeah.
we're not spending all the money on plexiglass and replacing the toilet seats. Like, I mean, the things that the school was supposed to do.
Wow.
Toilet seat covers on all the toilets, you know, no
No doors on ours there.
no air dryers. They had to
Yeah.
replace those. Like they were gonna spend, I mean, schools are spending thousands and thousands, millions of dollars on this infrastructure stuff.
It's not worth
And
it. Not.
anyway,
We're gonna shut down in 2 weeks. Someone's gonna get it.
yeah.
No?
There's
I
gonna
just
be
think we should take-
I guess they feel like they have to try it, you know?
Yeah. I think
Ugh.
they feel like they have to try it.
Well, we're still waiting for Sue. Sue's our presenter this morning, but while everybody's here, let's just take a minute to introduce yourselves as you sign on. Trish, why don't you start since you have a minute?
Sure. I'm Trish Rinaldi. I teach at Wilton High School in Wilton, Connecticut, and I teach all levels of chemistry, AP, honors, college level. And right now we're going to do the blended hybrid approach to learning. So we'll be in 2 days with half the school. Wednesdays will be remote. Thursday and Friday will be in school with the other half of the school. So that's our plan right now. So I need more remote ideas. Okay.
I'm Kathy Sayak. I teach at, I was a high school teacher for many years and a principal, but I'm teaching at Rick part-time. And so we're going completely virtual, and I'm doing lab. And so we've been preparing all summer for that. We've recorded labs, and we're going to be working on that. My concern is that my kids are going to be burned out on Zoom because they won't be able to spend as much time. So I'm trying to learn things that, you know, again, you have to give them some space and so forth. So we'll see what happens, but.
I'm Lori
No, go ahead.
I'm Lori Zanini, and I teach in Northborough, Mass. at Algonquin. I've been there 33 years. I'm the science department chair, teach all levels of chemistry. And our school committee is voting tonight as to which model we'll be using. So we'll see.
I'm Leslie Bishop, and I teach at Trisha's alma mater, Regis College. And we just learned last week that we're going fully remote. We are breaking up our semester to 2 8-week sessions. So hopefully the students, you know, by just taking 2 or 3 courses at a time, it won't be total burnout. So we'll see what happens with that. So, and I teach general and organic chemistry.
So I'm Leslie Garrison. I teach at Westford Academy, and the superintendent has recommended a hybrid approach to the school committee. They were supposed to vote again on Monday night, and I've decided to stop trying to track that because the fighting and the discussions have been so much. But if they stay with the hybrid approach, I will be on leave starting at the beginning of the school year because I'm high risk for serious illness, and I know that's what's best for students, but my life is important too. So
Nice.
Hello, my name is Angela Hardaway, and I teach in Owensboro, Kentucky. I teach CP level. I'm in CP level accelerated chemistry. I am the department chair of our science department. Our superintendent recommended that we do the hybrid approach where they're in school. Half the student body is in school on Monday and Tuesday. Everyone kind of does a virtual on Wednesday, and then the other half comes on Thursday and Friday. However, my governor just recommended for the whole state, I think on Monday, that there is no in-person school until September the 28th. And so our superintendent just sent something out yesterday that said that although the governor suggested September the 28th, we're going to go at least up until fall break, which is in October of total virtual school. And then after that, depending on how our numbers look in Kentucky, we will either stay on virtual or we will go back and do the hybrid model.
Angela, I just wanted to, on behalf of NEACT, welcome you.
Thank you.
It's so delightful to have. This has been a really nice side benefit to our virtual conferences that we've gotten people from all over the country and all over the
Yes.
world. So welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, we're just doing quick introductions. So if you want to just keep going through, just jump in with your name, where you're from, and a short, whatever you want to talk about. You can talk about whether your school is going to go virtual or not, or you can just tell us something else if you don't want to talk about it. So just please, we'll just take just a few more minutes for quick introductions. Keep going.
Hi, I'm Roisin McDonald. I teach at Vinyl Tech up in Middletown, Connecticut. My first year teaching chemistry. I don't know exactly what we're doing. Every time I think that the decision has been made, the decision changes. So as of right now, it looks like we're definitely doing hybrid. And it was that kids would go to school for trade, academics would be streaming, but now there's some talk about splitting the trade and the academic, and some coming in and some going out. So to me, that's throwing it all back into the, like they scrapped that plan, now they're working on something else. So I just don't think that any of us are totally going to know what's going on until like right up to the line. It could go either way. So that's about it for me.
I'm Jean Lindsay Dwyer.
Hi.
Oh,
Go ahead, Jean.
oh, thank you. Right now, I don't have a position. Last year, I was at St. Mark's, and before that, I was at Windsor, and then I taught at college. I've been in industry. So right now, I'm looking for a position. I have my resume in to several different places, and we'll see, or I'll do some subbing type of thing. And I'm, everything's up in the air. It's been great coming to this conference. Last year I came for the first time. This is an amazing group of people, and the quality of the conference last year was excellent. And being virtual this year, it's been excellent too. The wealth of knowledge in this group is phenomenal. And so whatever I do, I want to stay connected to this group because it's such a learning opportunity.
Jean,
So
this is a great chance for you to network, because last year at our in-person conference, I know that at least 2 or 3 people got job references and
yeah,
stuff.
that's
So,
what, it's networking. So I'm looking for something, and I'll just see what happens and everything. I love to teach, but I've done industry, I've done a variety of different things. So
put your email in the chat, and that way if somebody knows of a position, they can email you or reach out to you.
my email in the chat will be thechemcoach@gmail.com, and I'll put it in the chat. So I do a lot of tutoring. So that's been what I've been doing for 13 plus years. So anyway.
Okay, I'm gonna start calling on people just to kind of speed this up a little bit. So let's hear from Lorraine.
Oh, I already introduced myself.
Oh, you did, sorry.
I did,
Rosine,
no.
Donna?
Good morning, Donna Kaiser. I also concur that NEACT is wonderful. I've learned so much past few years. I am in Stamford, Connecticut, science teacher there. I teach chemistry at all levels except AP, but I'm working on that. Hopefully in the next couple of years I'll be teaching AP too. I've taught other subjects too. I've taught biology, environmental science, like a whole bunch of things, like all kinds of science classes over the years. Just really glad to have a chance to network with everybody today. And, our schools, like many schools, they're saying we're going to have a hybrid model, but I really don't know what exactly that's going to look like yet. I just got a document from the school system. I haven't started reading it yet. It's like 80 pages. So I'll have a look at that probably.
Thanks, Donna. It's good to see you again. Elizabeth?
Hi, I teach chemistry and only chemistry at Nauset Regional High School in Eastham on Cape Cod, if you're familiar with Massachusetts. And we're doing a version of hybrid that has us with half the class in the building, and we are simultaneously broadcasting to the other half at home. So very concerned about how to communicate with people that way and how to get hopefully them to communicate with each other. Those are my big concerns, but echo a couple of ideas that have been shared already. One is NEAC rocks, and the other is who knows what's really going to happen.
Thank you. Sandy.
Hi, I'm at Groton School in central western, northwestern Massachusetts. I've been teaching chemistry and AP chemistry for, I think it's 23 years now. We are coming back to school in a hybrid model with our remote students synchronous. Kind of optionally synchronous, depending on what time zone they're in. We're an international boarding school. Well, not an international boarding school. We're a boarding school with international students. So there's a lot of flexibility for synchronous and asynchronous engagement. So that's going to be an interesting challenge.
We're all facing so many challenges. Angela? Oh, you already went. Chris?
Sure, I'm Chris Como. I'm a chemistry teacher and a parent in Worcester Public Schools in Worcester, Massachusetts. I'm actually new to teaching. I did 22 years in industry related to chemistry, chemical engineering, a lot of work with plastics, fluoropolymers, things like that. So NEAC has been very useful for me to kind of find all the little tools and tricks that I can work in and get a bunch of connections that I can reach out to for ideas. So I appreciate it.
So Chris, the connections don't stop at the end of the conference. So make sure that you
Yes.
reach out and email.
Yep.
Let's see, Jiyeon.
Hi, my name is Jiyoung, and I'm a very brand new teacher. I was in the industry. I was a medicinal chemist for over 10 years, and then went back to grad school, got my MED, and got a job. And I will be working at Melrose High School, teaching just chemistry, CP, and honors class. And I just signed the document with the superintendent at the end of last week, and they haven't added me to, well, they haven't given me the Gmail account yet. So the superintendent told me that we are going, they're sort of proposing to go hybrid, like 1 week in, 1 week out. And I'm assuming with the remote students being asynchronous or synchronous with different set of teachers. And I was really hoping to get connected with the fellow colleagues so that I can figure out what in the world I'm doing coming fall, but I haven't been able to do that yet. And the conference so far has been so great for me. My advisor, I did student teaching at at Burlington High School with Wendy Trunsky, and she highly, highly recommended the conference. And, I am so grateful that she did.
Welcome. And as I said to Chris, like the connections here don't end after the conference. So please, exchange emails and find a teacher, an experienced teacher to work with. It makes all the difference. Let's see, who else haven't we heard from? Marissa.
There we go. Good morning. So I'm in California, Southern California.
Yay.
Wow.
It's not even 7 a.m. yet.
Wow.
So it's literally been like quite a wake up call these past 3 days for me. It's been a little bit of it's good. So I can get back into the swing of things. But yeah, I teach chemistry and AP bio, actually at an all online school. I'm going to my 7th year there. So yeah, when I saw this, somebody in one of the Facebook groups for chemistry teachers mentioned this, and so I looked into it. I'm like, oh, that's great. I just love to, share with other people and get ideas. And it's been really great just listening to everybody and everybody's experiences and ideas. So it's been really exciting.
It's just wonderful to have you here. That's great. Let's see, Sarah.
All right, hello. I'm teaching chemistry at Advanced Math and Science Academy. It's a charter school in Massachusetts, Marlborough, Massachusetts. We're starting the first quarter as remote. So I guess in some ways it's just nice to be able to plan to know that. And then, we'll kind of see from there. But, at least I think it'll be good to kind of establish everything, because obviously remote is going to be a part of, this year for sure. I teach 8th grade and then CP and honors chemistry. I previously did research, like academic research, so this will be my 4th year teaching. And I came to the conference last year and found it hugely helpful, and already this year, I'm finding the same thing, so thank you.
Pam?
Hi, Pam Cafaso, Bow High School, Central New Hampshire. This is my 6th year of teaching and my 4th year of teaching chemistry. I also teach human anatomy and engineering electives and biotech and all kinds of other things that need. We are starting out in person, but simultaneously teaching to somewhere around 15 to 20% of students who have elected to stay home. So really not sure how that's going to work out, and fully expecting to go at least hybrid alternating days schedule within a few weeks, just because life. Yeah.
Tamika?
Hi, I'm Tamika Farrell. I've been teaching chemistry and AP chemistry for 15 years now. I currently teach at My Country Day School in New York. We are planning on doing a hybrid model where 50% of our students will be on campus and the other 50% will be teaching simultaneously via a platform called MashMe. I think, I've never heard of it. We're going to get some training on it next week. And I really enjoyed this conference. I've learned so much from the comfort of my home, which is great, not really having to worry about going to the wrong conference room or being able to miss one conference that I would really want to go to, because the rest are going to be recorded. So I'm really hopeful of networking with you all and learning so much more from you.
Thank you. Linda? Oh, you're still on mute, Linda.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Linda. I've been teaching about 18 years. I'm in Boca Raton, Florida, currently teaching at Katushiba High School. We start school in about a week and a half, and I do not know how we'll be starting yet. Be told that about 3 days before we start, so we'll see how that goes. I know as a goal, I know Palm Beach County is all remote. However, our private school has said they want to start in person fully 5 days a week, which I'm quite hesitant about here in South Florida. And if the numbers don't allow them to open, then we'll be fully remote until the numbers get better. So it's been useful kind of hearing everyone's in the same boat of not knowing what they're doing. Those that do know the remote, at least what to start working on. But it's been useful to kind of hear the stories of what everyone's doing and different tools that are out there.
Thank you and welcome.
Thank you.
Let's see, Nicole?
Okay. Can you hear me?
You're a little soft, but.
So I'm Nicole Sclafani. I work in Mansfield, Massachusetts, which is kind of in between Providence and Boston, right on 95. I've been doing chemistry for 3 years. I was a math teacher prior to that, so I taught math for 9 years. And as far as remote versus in-person, we are starting the first month remote. And Massachusetts was nice enough to grant their teachers a couple weeks of professional development. So the first day for students is until September 15th. So hopefully we'll have some time with our staff to kind of and figure out.
I'm good. What's up?
Oh, Rosine, can you mute yourself? Oh, here, I'll mute you. Sorry, Nicole. Thank you.
So yeah, remote for the first month, and then we're supposed to go to a hybrid model, but we'll see.
And we have Susan. Thank you. Oh no, Susan, are you frozen? There we go. Go ahead, Susan. Okay, we'll come back to you. If you wouldn't mind, just give me.
Hi, I teach up in New Hampshire at in Jaffrey at Conant High School. I've been teaching. I'm sorry.
Okay, Susan, we're going to come back to you because you're cutting out. Let's see. Can you just give me a little wave? I'm losing track of who's gone. Marianne, have you gone?
No, I haven't. I'm Mary Ann Smith. I live in Idaho Falls, Idaho. And
Oh, wow.
we are going on a hybrid schedule, even though, sorry, my dog is getting agitated. Even though our numbers are skyrocketing, it's a liberal hoax, and so we are going back to school. So I imagine that we're going to be remote pretty quickly because we only have 44 beds in the entire southeast Idaho ICU beds. So I don't think it's going to last long. But NEACT has been a lifesaver about digital techniques to use with teaching. So I'm very grateful to you guys for this.
We're so glad to have you. Let's see. Judy, have you gone?
No. I teach in Manchester, New Hampshire. This will be my 32nd year in the same district. I teach at the same high school I graduated. I teach the lower level and the mid-level. I have taught AP in the past at one of the other high schools. We have 4 high schools in the city. And we just found out on late Monday night that we are going the first month remote. They're going to have a reevaluation sometime in mid-October, and they're changing a lot of other things on us. So we only have 3 PD days when we get started. So, and I've been a NEAC member for years and been to several conferences, and it's always phenomenal, the people I get to meet. So thanks.
And let's hear from the other Judy.
Oh, sorry.
There's 2 Judys. No, that's fine. Go ahead.
Hi, I teach at Mohawk Trail Regional in Western Massachusetts. Before that, I was in a private school for a ton of years. I teach all levels of chemistry, from the lower level chemistry to organic chemistry. And depending on the year, sometimes I teach Nat and Phys and, you know, environmental chem and that sort of thing as well. And we don't know what we're doing yet. We hopefully will find out on Friday, but that's where we're at.
I want to give you a little update. I'm not sure where Sue is. I'm the host for the meeting today, and Sue isn't here yet. So we're all, I think that once we're done with the introductions, we'll do some small groups so that you guys can really talk to each other. Is there anyone else who hasn't had a chance to introduce themselves and to the group? Go ahead and jump in if you'd like. If not, we'll go to breakout groups. And
oh, Sharon, I have a question. I know early on we had a participant list with all the emails and so forth. Is that going to be updated for people that are not on the list that maybe came in later on?
I'm assuming so, but I will follow up with Chris on that one, and then he can make an announcement about that. But I'm assuming that everybody who registered for the conference will be on the list.
Okay, because I know that has helped in the past. So, okay, thanks.
Yep. Are there any other general questions or comments for the whole group?
No, but my name's Alana Nelson. I teach at East Providence High School in Rhode Island. This is my 31st year. I've taught all levels of chemistry and biology in the early on years. I've taught the second year honors for 28 years. And I think I'm in my 6th or 7th year of teaching EEP out of RIC, which is Gen Chem 103, and my friend Kathy Syak. She got me into NEAC, and it's been wonderful, a wonderful trip since I've been here. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Okay, well, I just want to say that I appreciate all your patience. I know this is not what you signed up for this morning, and if you want to, I'm going to set up some breakout groups, so you have a choice. You can go to small groups and we can discuss, and within your group you can talk about, you know, just have an open discussion about strategies for the fall, or questions that you want to pose to your group. If you'd like to, at this point, go to one of the other sessions, that's fine too. Okay, so I'm just gonna try to, we have 23 people signed on now, so I'll do groups of maybe like 4 or 5, just so you have a chance to really talk to somebody, okay? But if you don't,
I just wanted to mention something too. Probably everybody here was interested in, you know, hearing about Explain Everything, and myself included. I have used it.
Okay.
So just kind of a quick, you know, run through if anybody wants to just generally talk about it. You know, there's definitely probably, you know, more to it. That's why, you know, I was kind of interested in getting more, and I'm sure this year that is definitely something I'll be using. We do a flipped classroom in my honors level chemistry classes, and we found it really useful to, you know, make podcasts that students can watch to get like some background material beforehand, or sometimes do, you know, an experiment, watch that, you know, collect some, you know, observations and everything. And, you know, it's been easy to edit, things like that.
could you start from the beginning? Because I've never used it. Could
Yeah.
you just give me I know that you were here to learn more, but could you just kind of tell us what it is?
Yeah, so maybe you can do other things with it, but what I've done is make videos with it. That I think the big thing is that it's pretty easy to edit them after. I know some people yesterday were mentioning iMovie, that, you know, they edit with that also. So I don't really know, you know, in comparison to that, but Explain Everything, I think there's like an annual, maybe like a $25, $30 fee, something like that. And then, you know, you kind of have it for the year, and, you know, kind of make a video of yourself, or, you know, doing a demonstration, you know, anything. All right, Kyle, sorry, my son, can you go somewhere else?
We love virtual learning.
And then, you know, just be able to edit it. It's pretty easy. So what I like about it is that you can have like a whiteboard, you know, screen. And then, you know, in chemistry, we're always doing problems, drawing out, you know, equations, things like this. And so you can kind of just run through it and be talking as you go. And then you can embed, you know, other movies in there too. But it's kind of a gist. And, you know, again, maybe someone here also, you know, knows more, but it is a really nice tool, just pretty like user friendly.
Yeah, I was
Sarah,
going to ask you.
Sorry, Sarah, could you give the name of that tool again? It kind of went out on me.
So Explain Everything.
I was just going to ask how it differs from like doing your lesson on Zoom and recording it. Does it allow you more tools than just regular whiteboard on Zoom?
I think the editing is easier. So, you know, nobody really wants to edit their videos very much, but, you know, sometimes it'll happen, especially myself and another teacher, you know, we're often kind of doing it together, and, or sometimes the bell rings, you know, and we need to like pick up where we left off. And so, you know, sometimes you need to edit things. I'm sure you could do more fancy things with it too, but so I think in general, it probably is similar to doing it in Zoom. I haven't used the whiteboard feature in Zoom myself.
I have used the whiteboard feature in Zoom, and I love Zoom. We did that in the spring. But when I had to record, I had to redo it a couple of times, which was really a pain. So I don't know anything about the editing in Zoom, but I know it was a real pain to re-record and redo. And that's what I ended up doing in Zoom. So I'd love something that would be easier to edit. So.
Well, where'd you go? I lost you here. Technology is a pain. I've done a little bit with Explain Everything, and I can show you a little bit of one of the lessons I put together.
Sandy, I'm going to make you a co-host so you can share your screen.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, I'm not a host. Sorry, I can't do that. Oh, I am a co-host.
Okay.
Hold
Yeah.
on.
Are you? I think you're a co-host.
I am. Okay.
Yeah, I'll make her a host.
Okay.
A co-host. Sandy, right?
Yeah.
Sandy Kelly.
I'll make you a host. All right.
You didn't know you were going to be presenting today, Sandy.
Okay. Go ahead, Sandy. You can do that now.
Everything isn't my expertise by any means, but I'm connecting my iPad here.
Okay, there we go.
It is kind of nice in a lot of ways. There are a lot of tricks to it that I haven't figured out yet. One of my colleagues is far more adept at it than I am. But what I like about it is you can record as you write. And so like this is a worksheet that I was going through and explaining different pieces. And you can record and edit the information. And so, oh, I have to do it on this side. The editing is really easy. So you can scroll through what you've put in and add in information. So if I go back to the start of this page, you can go through and you can add in, and it allows you to drop in information into it. It lets you highlight different pieces. It's really easy to edit and to clip different parts of your presentation. You could record over yourself. Like if there's a section where like you don't like how you phrased something, you can go up to that point and re-record from there on.
Andy, will you just do a little sample? Like you've got this recorded. Can you redo part of it right now live so we could see? I'm a real visual learner. I mean, I guess I could try it.
This is some practice. So let me just go backwards and just play for you what I have for this page first.
Hi, everyone. We're running out of time, so I wanted to go over this example with you before you start your assessment. This is some practice with the equilibrium and solutions. You can find a blank version of this document on my Groton as well. And there are a few pages here, so I just want to talk through the connecting concepts. So in the first part of this question, we have two solutions that are mixed. And your understanding of solubility rules should allow you to write that double replacement reaction, predicting that the silver carbonate was.
So you can speed it up and you can go through, like, you know, as they're watching it, they can go through it as fast as they need to. The other nice thing is each page is separate, a separate recording, so you can do each page's piece of information. You can expand and contract things, so you can put a lot of information on a single page as you go through. Let me see if I have one that I want to edit.
Sandy, how long are the videos usually?
It depends on how many pages you have. So the ones I've got so far have ended up being around 15 to 20 minutes, but you can make them as long or as short as you want. So this one's 5 minutes. It's literally however long you record yourself.
Okay.
And so one of the interesting things about it is you can expand and contract
That's nice.
your image so that you can like blow something up and talk about it, and then you can shrink it and add something else to it.
I usually put in like my Google Slides. You know, I just kind of insert them in, and then you can like talk your way through, you know, each slide too.
Wow.
Yes.
Would you be willing to share one of these as a template or something so we could play around with it or to try it out? Or I'm sure, I guess they must have some on the site too, but it's nice to have a chemistry template or something to.
I wouldn't exactly call what I do as a template.
Why not?
These are the only ones I've done. I've only done like 5 or 6 of them. And then I gave up and went to doing everything on Notability, because Notability allowed me to do like the writing and the recording in a way that was a little easier than Explain Everything. But in terms of capturing what you're writing and with the voice overlay, Explain Everything is fantastic. And I think a big piece of it is I don't know how to do a lot of the stuff in Explain Everything. That's why I came to this meeting, right? Is I don't know how to do a lot of the nuanced pieces of it.
Sandy, I have a quick question. I've used it just briefly. How do you get your pages to be more vertical? Mine always look horizontal. There's got to be some tool and I'm just missing it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I'm looking at the ones I did in the springtime and they're all horizontal, which I don't like, but I like more of that page look.
I think it just had to do with how I imported the images.
Oh, all right.
So, because some of mine look horizontal, like the original whiteboard looks more horizontal, but
my guess is if you import a PDF, then that's going to look like a page. Whereas if you import slides, it's probably going to look more like the horizontal, because usually the PDF is already preset to look like a regular page.
Gotcha.
I bet there's a setting in there you could do to change it.
Yeah, the whiteboards come up as a horizontal page.
Is it easy to organize your files in this?
I don't know. I haven't tried to do that.
Okay, because I have all my slides just in there from the springtime. I only used it for like 2 weeks, but I liked it.
Right. This is the sum total of of the things I've tried with it. And then I gave up and went to Notability because it's in some ways it's very easy to edit and manipulate. In other ways, like there's so many layers of what you can do. I got lost in it.
Okay.
I think sorry to interrupt. I've used it a little bit too. As far as saving, you can export them to, I use Google Drive, but it looks like Dropbox, OneDrive, Box. So that's where I save all my files. I don't really save them in the app.
Okay.
Yeah, I saved mine into into my YouTube channel, and then they can.
How did you get it to be the same project when you change to the next page? Because when I've tried to use this as a recording, I've had a problem of it trying to save it as a new project, and I didn't have that problem when I wasn't recording.
I think it has to do with how you open the project. Like I imported, for some of these, I imported a worksheet to begin with. And so when you import it, so if I just import, so that, there, down in this bottom corner is where you can add pages into a single project. So what it was before this was like 2 tiles on top of each other. And then when you hit that button, you can add a new page to the same project.
Right, I don't have that problem if I'm not trying to record, but when I'm recording, it, for some reason, it starts from the very beginning again. I don't know why.
You mean on the page?
No, from the time. It starts recording, you know, it starts it over as if it's a brand new project.
Oh, I don't know. I've recorded it for each page as a separate onto each page.
I think when you export, you have a choice of which pages you want to export. So if you click the 3 dots in the top right corner, when you export, you can select, I want to export just page 1, or I want to export all the pages. So it does a different for each page, but you can export them all as one continuous video if you want to, or you can do them separately.
Okay.
So I guess I want to throw this back out to the group. We could continue this discussion in small groups if there are people that are interested, or if we want to continue all together. So this is, thank you, Sandy, and thank you for those of you who stepped up there and were talking, giving us a little input there about your use of the product, Nicole and Sarah. And again, I apologize for not really, I don't know what happened with Sue this morning, so she's just not here. So just give me like a nod if you want to go to a breakout group. Yeah, okay. And if you don't want to go to a breakout group to work in the small groups, okay, so if you're not interested, then I guess we'll just end it for here because we still don't know where Sue is, and and then you can just have a break before your next session. So I'm going to set up breakout groups, but if you do not want to go, just go ahead and sign off. Okay, so I'll give everybody a minute to make their choice, and then once everybody's signed off who doesn't want to continue the discussion, then we'll decide where we are. Okay, we still have 18 people, so I'm going to do 3 groups, and that way we can, it looks like, let's see here. We're going to do 3 rooms. Okay, here we go. Judy, did you get a room? Did you get assigned to a room? There you are. She looks like her phone froze. Well, Eve, the presenter never showed up.
The presenter never showed up. So what'd you do?
Well, I had volunteered to be the host of the meeting, so I just sort of winged it.
Oh.
And now they're in breakout groups.
Oh.
I'm gonna join them.
Is Sue here yet?
No. So I just wanted to wait for everybody to get back and then we'll close out the session. Welcome back, everybody. What an amazing group. And I just popped into the 3 different rooms and was listening to your discussions. And I think more than anything, this morning of NEACT was really about group therapy, which was a nice opportunity for us to just talk and just to know that we're all kind of facing the same challenges. And I hope that I don't know what happened with Sue. I'm sure I bet the state of Maine just lost internet because that happens up there, you know. But anyway, I appreciate everything that we've been able to talk about. We got a little intro to the Explain Everything, and then we also had a chance just to network a little bit. And I hope that these conversations will continue throughout the year, and we'll rely on each other for support as the year goes on. It's 10:30 now, and our next session starts at 11, I believe. And so just take a look at the schedule, and
11:15, I believe.
11:15.
Yeah.
So you've got a little bit of a chance for a break, to take a stretch break, go get some fresh air, and then come back for the 11:15 session.
I just want to remind people that don't be embarrassed to go to a place for a little while if you want, and even if you don't show your real face, it's okay. So you can go around. The next session in this room is green chemistry, given by the people from Beyond Benign, and if you haven't heard from them before, they're really good people. Talk about a program called the Lead Teacher Program. So I'm just going to stay here, and you can just take a break. Thank you. Sharon, you did a wonderful job.
Thank you all. Nice talking to you.
It was nice to meet everybody.
Nice
and
talking to everybody.
Yeah, thank you.
Patricia. Sharon, I just want to talk to Patricia for a sec. Patricia, I am all with you, meeting weekly to walk each other through this technology so we can support each other through the journey.
Yeah, I really think that it would be nice just to chat. Maybe NEAC can host something where we can have like the end of the week, or I don't know, once a month, a chat or some type of session where we could talk and say, okay, what's working? What did I do this week that was really fantastic and worked really well? Or what was a bomb? Or just to stay connected. We do it, I have three other teachers that teach chemistry. And in the spring, every day before we had our classes, we would meet for half an hour and say, okay, what are we doing today? Now, we were together, but it would be nice just to have a resource that you could say, okay, they're going to have the weekly chat. You show up, you don't show up, you get one good idea. I don't know. We need to stay connected, and it doesn't really matter if you're not doing the same curriculum. Like I was, even just thinking off the top of my head, like the explosion in Beirut. For my AP students, I would love to say, okay, give them the data, give them the picture, look up TNT, what's that? Give them a bunch of stoichiometry problems, but then make it bigger. Like have the history teachers have a bunch of questions, like every month have something that's going to draw in more than just chemistry. Maybe do history, maybe do math. So every month have a project for a kid. And I don't know how it would be counted, but while we have this remote learning, why can't we do that? Something that's, last year we did something with COVID. We had the kids do actually a presentation, and I'm sure you guys did that too. But as part of their ending synopsis of the school year, the last 2 weeks of school, they did, like some kids did cooking. What did they do during COVID to, help manage their time? Some kids talked about all the cooking they did. Some kids talked about bicycling. Some kids talked about vaccines. So wouldn't it be nice if we had a project every month that we could tie in chemistry with other things? Or, I'm just thinking off the top of my head for ideas that might work, or something that you did in your classroom that other people could share.
Tricia, I'm glad that you brought this up, and I'm going to make it, so that the chat option, so that it could be some kind of a thing where, we all have access to a platform that we can have a sharing go on. And maybe if we were to somehow make that, that a weekly thing, that somebody could open that up in for a certain number of people or whatever. But I'll talk to the others about that. I think it's a wonderful idea, and to help us all stay connected and not feel so, everybody feels the same way.
I'm overwhelmed.
There's no question about it.
Yeah. During the pandemic time, I had every Friday, I had a department meeting with my with my teachers, and we called it social hour with the science department.
Nice.
And so you just kind of have a little social hour. And if some people wanted to have a beverage, they did, but we just kind of talked about our days, weeks, some things that were issues we were dealing with. But it was every Friday from like 5 to 6, social hour with the science department.
I like that.
Social hour with
We did the same
wine,
thing.
some cheese and crackers.
Yeah, and I don't want it to be a gripe session. I want it
Right.
to be positive. Okay,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
worked? What can we
Right.
do? And I love the idea with the drink, and yeah, that's the only way I'm gonna make it. Thank you.
Sometimes, sometimes we get these ideas, and then when the time comes, everybody is so busy or so, and that's what happens, but you don't have to do anything. You could go or not go, and if there was some options open, not just one, but multi ones, that would be a great idea. And then you could decide for yourself based on what you can do.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you can meet on one-on-ones and talk each other through it, each other off the ledge, talking each other through the technology, that way our anxiety level, we can go back down to DEFCON 3 or DEFCON 4 instead of being at 1. And I'm almost envious, Patricia, because I don't have that connection with my team.
So then join our team.
Okay. That's why I love all of you so much. I mean, my husband said, "You're so goddamn excited." I said, "I get to see everybody again. I mean, this is great, to see you folks and how energetic you are and how happy, and it's so infectious."
Well, Alana, people are also stressed, but being together is an energy builder, I think.
Yeah.
It's a de-stressor.
I think this is a wonderful idea. I mean, I'm the only chemistry teacher in my building, and I sometimes feel like I'm on my own little island, and what the heck am I doing here?
There is a directory in the Google Drive of all the people, all their email addresses, and where they're located. So that's a plus. And I also wanted to say something. I'm usually the registrar at these things, and I don't always get a chance to go to different events, different workshops. It depends on what day it is. And this has been great. I feel so like I've gotten to know people a little bit better because I can see you, and and we can interact in a whole different way. So I really appreciate that.
Kathy, you were mentioning you would bring it up to maybe the executive board or whatever.
I will.
And I know, because I'm in New Hampshire, I know Alana's in Connecticut, Trisha's in Connecticut, you're in Rhode Island. Judy, I forgot where you are. And I know Angela's in Kentucky, but if there was a way, because I know the Chem Talks that Sue has scheduled for the Northern, it's on specific Thursdays from 4 to 5.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, and she's got August 24th is the first one.
Okay.
4 to 5. And because I wrote down the date she mentioned yesterday. And she said from there, then we would determine when the next, she's got the other 2 days. For some reason, I can't find it in my notes here yet, but and the last one was phenomenal. And it's only an hour, but
perfect.
It's like you said, Trisha, it gives you, I just think I've learned so much from so many in all the other states that I just hate to have it just the Northern, because there's very few of us up here that participate. So
no, actually we've collected, everybody here is a member. So everybody is on the list to get all the information about what's going on. And, this has created an opportunity for us because, I mean, we are centered in New England, but I don't think there are a whole lot of chemistry teachers organizations, period. And then I don't think there are a lot that do this kind of thing. I know AACT has its place, but it doesn't do this.
No, it doesn't.
No. And so we see right now that there's this place to fill. And I'm sure that the Chem Chat can be the jumping off for this. because everyone is invited, even your colleagues, if they don't belong to NEAC, are invited, as long as they go to the place.
Okay.
So that might be a way of starting this in a natural way, which was planned anyway.
Well, and Kathy, we also can
Thank you,
network.
Judith.
Thank Patricia. We can also network one-on-one if we need to.
Yeah.
And I would be really game for that weekly. You know, that way, as I gain the skills, I feel comfortable with what I'm doing. Because you feel comfortable, Patricia, with the camera in your room, and
yeah,
kudos to you.
That's just me. I mean, but also on the same idea of ChemChat, if anyone teaches AP Slack, they have meetings every Thursday night. Those are excellent. I didn't go to all of them. Lorraine, you're shaking your head. Did you go to some of those yourself?
No, but my son teaches chemistry too, and he teaches AP, and he's been to them. He said they were great.
They're excellent, excellent, excellent. So just all these resources and ways of connecting, and whatever you can do to stay connected. Maybe one idea is going to work for that week. I know for me, I really need the people presence, you know, and it really helps me. So this was wonderful. Thank you.
It gets the creative juices going.
Yeah, which we do.
Yeah, so if we can compile a list, and I know people are involved in different things, you know, of the opportunities and places people can join, you know, join with others, even if it's for once.
Yeah.
You know, there's no you have to do this. You do what you feel works for you. So great.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, all of you.
As
I say, yeah, I'm gonna go do something, and then I'll come back at 11:15. But there are other things you can attend as well. So thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Kathleen?
Yes. Call me Kathy, please, Angela.
Okay, Kathy. When I go to the NEAC website and you have to sign in, I don't remember what I put as my password, and I don't think there's a spot on there that says forgot password.
Actually, I had that happen to me many times until Jerusha helped me make up a password. I didn't forget. Let me see. I think that there is a place. I haven't done it in so long. I'll tell you what. Let me.
You forgot your password, and they'll email you a link, because
Yeah,
I did that.
That's what happens. Right. And the link is only good for like a day or something.
Okay, so who did you have to email?
No, just go to the
You
place.
just
and say,
click on it.
Go ahead, Judy.
You just click on it. You put in your login thing, and then it says forgot password, and they'll send you a link through your email. Okay. That it's good for like 24 hours, because I just had to do that.
It's automatic. It's automatic, and it will.
Okay,
I have trouble with passwords. I make up weird ones because some places make me do really, really complicated ones, and my husband does simple ones that he remembers, which is a nice thing. But oh gosh.
Okay, well,
I'm terrible with passwords.
I have a list someplace.
Okay.
Yes. That's usually what I try to do is create a list. But thank you. I've enjoyed.
Oh, okay.